It didn't whisper when it showed up. It growled. A deep, thunderous bark that shook the ground and rolled through your chest. That was the day I first came face to face with the 1977 Aston Martin V8 Vantage. Name's Leo Vance. I've spent my life around engines. Steel, rubber, and the kind of noise you don't forget. But the Vantage? That was something else. That wasn't just a car. That was a weapon. Aston Martin didn't build this thing for elegance alone. They already had that covered. The V8 Vantage was a different animal entirely. It was raw, aggressive, and in its time, the most powerful car ever produced by a British manufacturer. Under the bonnet, a 5.3-litre naturally aspirated V8, delivering well over 300 brake horsepower. Some sources said closer to 380, but numbers only tell part of the story. The rest? You had to feel it in your hands, your spine, and your heartbeat. 0 to 60 came in a little over 5 seconds, and it didn't let up. Top speed cracked past 170 miles per hour, and it did it without drama, without fuss, just pure, relentless push. No turbo, no supercharger, no digital safety net. Just pistons, fire, and fury. The design didn't care about subtlety. Closed-off grille. Twin headlamps instead of the usual quad. Flared arches. Wide stance. Ducktail spoiler. The stance alone told you this car wasn't here to blend in. It looked like it had brawled with the laws of aerodynamics and come out grinning. It was the kind of shape that made you stop walking mid-step. Not pretty in the classical sense, just mean and proud of it. Inside, it was British through and through. Comely leather, soft and creased from age and use. Wilton carpets thick underfoot. Real wood in the dash, polished by time. You sat low, surrounded by hand-stitched craftsmanship, and stared out over that endless bonnet like a pilot waiting for takeoff. The Smith's gauges ticked softly when the engine was off, like it was breathing, even at rest. And then, the moment that stays with you forever ignition. That V8 doesn't just start, it erupts. A low burble at idle, lumpy and uneven, like it's sizing you up. Give it some throttle, and it roars to life deep, metallic, unfiltered. Clarkson said it best, like Thor clearing his throat. But it's more than that. It's the sound of combustion stripped of politeness. You don't just drive a V8 Vantage. You fight it a little. The steering is heavy until you're moving. The clutch has bite. The dogleg first gear sits where second should be. Every corner is a negotiation. But when it clicks, when you and the car find rhythm, it becomes magic. Not smooth, not easy, just real. Each Vantage was hand-built at Newport Pagnell. Only 534 Series 1 models left the factory between 1977 and the late 80s. Every one of them bore the fingerprints of craftsmen. You'll find their initials stamped on the engine block, a quiet reminder that this car wasn't assembled. It was built. I've taken one down a country road at dawn. Just the V8 humming, the sun bleeding through the mist, and the road stretching into nowhere. No distractions. No traffic. Just me and the machine. I wasn't thinking about lap times or fuel efficiency. I was thinking about how alive everything felt. The way the suspension translated every bump, how the exhaust echoed through the trees, how the steering communicated with the road like it had something urgent to say. There are faster cars today. Quieter. Smarter. Safer. But none of them speak the way this one does. None of them feel this heavy with intent. The Vantage didn't come to please everyone. It came for the ones who get it, the drivers, the builders, the purists. Enzo Ferrari once said, "You cannot describe passion, you can only live it." And when you're behind the wheel of a 77 V8 Vantage, you understand exactly what he meant. Even now, years later, When the roads are quiet and I'm alone in my garage, I swear I still hear that engine clearing its throat.